name's Maggie Harrison, and I'm the chair of the Women's Studies Department at City College of San Francisco.
And you're here to oppose Trump and what he stands for?
I'm here to celebrate activism and women and the potential that we have for transforming the world that involves dissenting and standing up against Trump and everything that he is promoting and standing for. So yes, that's why I'm here.
Savannah, I'm here because my mom works at City College and she also hates Trump.
And are you worried of what's going to happen to you and other people if Trump does what he wants to do?
Well, if Trump does what he wants to do, so he's gonna call women fat pigs like he usually does.
And how could a person like that be elected president of the United States?
Well, people want to see different presidents, how they act.
You think that's bad for the people to have a president like that?
Yes.
How old are you?
8.
Is this your first rally?
Yeah, I think it's my second.
Hi, I'm Zelda. I work for the City and County of San Francisco, so I'm pretty fortunate, but a lot of people, don't get equal pay for equal work. A lot of women work the same job that men work, and, they're completely paid less, at least 20% less in many cases, sometimes depending on ethnicity, even 40% less. So the PUC, the San Francisco PUC, is leading an initiative to get women into the construction trades where everyone is paid equally, okay, and they're represented by a union. They have good health care and so forth. So that's what we're talking about.
I think that's something that Trump wants to get rid of, isn't it? Unions?
Oh, I think so. But women aren't going to let Donald Trump take anything away from them. That's for sure.
Are you surprised by this turnout today?
No, absolutely not. This is just terrific. I've been kind of monitoring marches all over the country, and I'm excited that ours is taking place a little bit later in the day because many of the ones that started early in the morning are winding down now.
And the government that he's brought in includes people who are against unions, people who are against public health, people who want to have more oil.
Yeah.
What are we going to do in this country? What should people do in this country to stop him implementing his agenda?
Well, we need to make sure our legislators understand that, we need affordable housing. We need things that, only the government can really help us with primarily, and we need demonstrations like this.
Now, in San Francisco, you have a lot of wealthy people, yet you've got people in tents.
Yeah.
And people homeless, people who can't get health care. Why is that in this rich city, which is a Democratic city and a Democratic state?
My own opinion is that the city is letting people down by not declaring an emergency in homelessness. There have been proposals presented, and for some reason, the bureaucracy is just grinding at a very, very slow rate to give people shelter. It's the city of St. Francis deserves better.
I can't believe he got elected. It's unbelievable to me that so many people would vote for a racist, sexist, undisciplined, vituperative man. I don't get it.
And do you think people in this country are going to put up with what he wants?
Look at what you see here today. Look at what you see all over the country today. No way.
And you think he's going to make America great again? By uniting everyone in this country against him?
Oh, I thought it meant make America gay again. Is that what he meant? No, it's not. No, he's not. He's going to cause all kinds of trouble if we don't put a stop to him.
And you agree?
I agree with her, not with Trump. But I think that he's a bad person because of all the things he says about women and girls and about how they should act and look. And I just think that's wrong.
Do you accept him as president of the United States?
No.
Where should he be?
In jail.
No, this place should be packed. These people are diehard protesters and supporters, and this is going to be awesome.
And there's a fight to keep City College free, make it free, and so all poor people, working people can go to it. What's happening at City College in San Francisco?
We have full accreditation, everything for the last 7 years. Any idea of us not being credited is invalid.
My name is Daryl Rogers. I'm with the 120 hours of standing in our ground in front of City Hall to let City Hall know that enough is enough. It's time for Mayor Lee to stop giving all these sweetheart deals to everywhere you see construction and take care of our city. It's time for Gascon to do his job. And if either of them fail to do that, then it's time for them to go.
You think that Ed Lee and Gascon are representing corporate interests?
Absolutely. You can tell by how little housing is being generated by all this building, right? Everywhere you look, you see scaffolds. That means somebody's getting paid under the table. And that means me, I'm a San Francisco native, I'm losing. I was born and raised in this city. I grew up in the city. I went to war for this city. I've been a civil servant and I retired. And I am now saying to them, I voted for you. I'm a property owner. It's time for you to get right.
Do you think that there's a problem with the system, not just in San Francisco, but this country? Because it seems like people are being pushed out of their homes all over the country.
Yes, it is. And see, the problem is that it needs to start somewhere. It has to stop somewhere. And see, that's a Democratic House. It's not Republican. And no matter how much you want to scream and shout about what Republicans are doing, that's a Democratic House. That house is owned by Democrats, and they're doing the same thing. So yes, it's all over the country.
And the situation of this country, you have 30 billionaires in San Francisco, 130 billionaires in California. You have people living in tents in San Francisco and being harassed by the police. What is going on in this country?
Hey, it's called, they've lost their perception that this country was built upon honesty. It was built upon
slavery.
The idea of that everyone can get where they need to go if they just put enough work into it. Well, nowadays, I don't care how much work you put into it, you can't get anywhere.
And justice for Mario Woods. Is there justice for Mario Woods and all the other people that have been killed by the San Francisco police?
Absolutely not. Every one of those cases for the last 5 years, and there are 18 of them, where that police have killed or wounded or maimed someone of black and brown people in this city, every one of them still sits on Gascon's desk. He has not made one decision. It's time for Gascon to start doing his job. Either do your job or leave.
Okay, thank you. What's your name again?
My name is Daryl Rogers. It's spelled D-A-R-R-E-L-L. Rogers, R-O-G-E-R-S. I'm 70 years old, a native of San Francisco. Went to Argonne Elementary School, Presidio Junior High, Washington High School, and graduated from San Francisco State. I am a product of the city. I'm third generation, and it's time to stop.
What should unions do? I mean, unions are also under attack on the Trump administration. They have a tremendous apparatus. Where are the unions in this struggle to defend women's rights, working rights, people's rights?
There's two big things that the unions need to do. One is they have to totally break with the Democratic Party. They have to realize that the Democratic Party represents the capitalist class. Workers need their own party. The other thing they have to do is organize. They have to organize the unorganized. Unions are at their lowest ebb, in maybe 100 years. It's really terrible, and workers need unions. So.
Now, Betsy DeVos, who's been appointed as education secretary, has a record in Michigan of privatizing, making schools for profit. What will be the result of her getting that appointment, and what is facing public education in the United States and in California?
Yeah, I'm a retired teacher, and I'm very concerned about that. Privatization has not led to any kind of improvement. In fact, it's led to a decline in public education, the quality of public education, equal rights in public education. We can't have someone like Betsy DeVos running the education department, and students and teachers have to be out here fighting for the rights to quality education and public education.
And yesterday, the longshoremen shut down the ports in the Bay Area, and also the UAW No. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, they can go around. Okay, go. Okay. The reports and protests of Trump, and also the UAW 2865 graduate students went out. Do you think the union should use their power to really take action, including general strikes?
That's the only power unions have, to withhold their labor. Of course they need to use it, and the fact that they haven't used it very much is partly responsible for the terrible situation working people generally and unions in particular are in. So of course they need to do everything to organize the unorganized and bring out the heavy weapons of the strike.
And are you optimistic about the future? Trump seems to think he wanted a tank leading the inauguration march. Is he getting ready for mass repression?
Well, I think demonstrations like today's, which is going to be unprecedented in the size and the militancy as well, I hope will set him back, but we have to keep organizing, and actions like today's make me much more optimistic about the future than I have been.
No health care, no diversity, slavery, huh? You think are you afraid that he's actually going to move America backwards?
Absolutely.
In what ways?
Well, you could already see his vice presidential candidate today saying that all the husbands of the hundreds of thousands of women who are here should have kept them in check, and said, a decisive no, I believe is what Pence said. I'm offended by that.
Go back to the kitchen?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I'm not interested.
And you think that the reaction of people all over the country in these protests is a response to that kind of attitude and character?
And more. I just think the hatred, the division, amongst, different races and ideas against our environment. I think it's, things are looking dark for us. I don't appreciate it, and that's why I'm here.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm in the medical field.
He's wants to get rid of health care apparently for all, and ACA, and people have to fend their own ways. Are you fearful for people who have health problems in this country?
Very much so. The pre-existing condition clause is very important to me. I've already been through cancer treatment myself, and so for all those other people who have health conditions that might not be able to get insurance in the days ahead, I'm very upset about that. It's a big one for me.
But the insurance companies and pharmacy companies are doing pretty well.
They're doing very well. They always have. Yeah, we need people to stand up to them, and that's part of it. We're not looking for people to try and pocket more money themselves. We're looking for people to speak up for the people. I want to see a change. I'm really happy to see so many people here today. I think this is important. It's important we're here.
It's going to be a whole day looking for her.
Why are you here today?
I want to stand up for women's rights.
And do you think President Trump is against women?
Yes,
Why is he against women?
because he disrespects them, and he says not nice things about them.
Are you shocked that a president would say the things he said?
Yes.
Is that why so many people are here?
Yes.
And do you think this mass protest is going to change this country?
I hope so.
Is this the first protest you've been in?
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yes.
She's very excited. That's the reason we're here. It was her idea. She really wanted to be part of this.
And a lot of people are afraid now about Trump and.
I am actually afraid, and I am actually born and raised in Russia, and I came here because I didn't want to have the government where we have a tyrant who can rule and tell everybody what to do. But I'm afraid I'm back to square one.
He wanted a tank to lead the inauguration march. This is like a militarization.
I know that Putin is involved here, and unfortunately, I do believe that he is a big part of the election, and he is going to be a big part of going forward. So I am scared, very scared.
Are you surprised by the number of people that are marching today in the United States?
I wish that all of those people would have gone to the polls, because I think a lot of the people who are marching today, the young people, were so discouraged when Sanders didn't win that they didn't come and vote. and that was a big mistake, I think. That's why we're here.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a lawyer.
Friendly.
And you have a sign, the whole damn system is wrong. What's wrong with the system? Is it just Trump or is it something else?
Well, it's the whole system. It's capitalism.
And why capitalism? What does that mean to you?
Because it feeds the rich. It feeds the 1%. It doesn't help out the poor. It doesn't help out. It's not based on unity. It's not based on peace. It's not based on the whole picture of what's really good for society, because it's based on greed.
How old are you?
17.
Do you go to high school?
Yeah, kind of.
What do you think about the future of this country? There's a large turnout here. Do you think Trump is going to be able to get away with what he wants to do?
I'm hoping not, but I mean, he already signed something for like Obamacare, for the Affordable Care Act. So, I don't.
What is the solution if capitalism is not a good system for people in this country?
Well, that's the real question, but I mean, my opinion, it would probably be more towards socialism and be, but.
Do you support Bernie Sanders?
I like a lot of his ideas. Most of his ideas, yeah, I very much agree with.
He wasn't able to get the nomination. Clinton and the Democratic Party stopped him from.
I think if he would have won against Hillary, I think he would have beat Trump. But because I think a lot of people wanted Trump too, because he is, especially more than Hillary, against the system, or so he breaks up the Republican Party, he breaks up both parties, is against the establishment. So actually a lot of Bernie supporters, moved over to Trump, and, I don't think that's right, but,
People want to change in the system.
Yeah, people want to change, and I think people wanted to change leaning more towards Bernie Sanders, but that didn't happen because Hillary.
Why are you here today?
Because I want a decent country and I want safe people. And none of that is happening with Trump. His idea of great is the same old, same old. It's the millionaire's great thing.
My name's Dennis. I live in San Rafael.
And what's the sign? Real men don't fear equality. You think our new president fears equality?
I didn't hear you, Clark.
You think the president fears equality?
I don't think so. I think he's a little. No, he's not all about equality. I think there's a lot of improvement that can be done in terms of equality and equal rights for women.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm in sales.
And it seems like there's a mass turnout here of people in this demonstration. Are you surprised?
Not here. I'm not shocked. I saw what was happening in Chicago this morning, and now I was witnessing what I'm seeing here. It's pretty remarkable. It's a wonderful thing.
You think people are waking up in this country?
I think so. They should be. If they haven't now, they're going to be awake.
Why am I here? I want the world to know this ain't our president. We didn't vote for him. We don't want to be embarrassed by him being our president. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment to the whole world, and he is a bastard president. He ain't legitimate. He's a bastard president.
You think people are going to be able to stop his agenda?
If we stay organized and stay focused and do like we did in the 60s and the 40s and the 30s, people had to get out, and they had to get out and had to suffer to make things better. He doesn't care about us. We have to care about ourselves. We have to show people that we going to make a difference. We're going to make sure every move he makes, we're going to be out there pushing against him, and he may get things through, like the Supreme Court, and Lord help us, but we will never stop, because how can we tell our children to fight for their rights? How can we tell our daughters and granddaughters to fight for themselves if we don't show them? I want the world to know this ain't our president. We didn't vote for him. We don't want to be embarrassed by him being our president. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment to the whole world, and he is a bastard president. He's a bastard president.
You think people are going to be able to stop his agenda?
if we stay organized and stay focused and do like we did in the 60s and the 40s and the 30s. People had to get out, and they had to get out and had to suffer to make things better. He doesn't care about us. We have to care about ourselves. We have to show people that we gonna make a difference. We're gonna make sure every move he makes, we're gonna be out there pushing against him, and he may get things through, like the Supreme Court, and Lord help us. But we will never stop. Because how can we tell our children to fight for their rights? How can we tell our daughters and granddaughters to fight for themselves if we don't show them?